It's all happening in Dallas, Texas, here at American Airlines Center. The Spurs taking on the Mavericks for San Antonio, playing at a high level deep into the season, and they're hungry to keep it going tonight. Mavs Spurs is coming up next, and we'll be right back. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. The Mavs have put the ball in Luka Doncic's hands and asked him to create. Coach Jason Kidd said, I don't know if anybody told Picasso he had to use all the paints, but I just want to remind him that he can rely on his teammates. His teammates are going to be there to help him. Good words from a great point guard, Kevin.
Indeed, that's high praise. Hall of Famer, D.A., thanks. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Nerlens Noel. And it's Sohan in at the 4 slot. And for the Mavericks, we've got Doncic. JaVale McGee is out there with Wood. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Irving in at the 2-guard spot. Simmons. It's been an exciting season already, Doris, but I think the middle of the year is when you really get an idea of which teams are in it for the long haul. They reveal their true selves.
Right. By the midpoint of the season, the best teams are really starting to take shape. Everyone's much more dialed in. You can tell that winning matters, that the groups are collectively pulling in the same direction. So I agree. By this time of the year, we have a pretty good idea who is going to win and win consistently. Boy, at the rim, an undersized guard, Kyrie Irving may be the best to ever do it. Boy, what a season 2022 was for the Dallas Mavericks, making it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. Obviously, the huge upset over the Suns turned that season into what was a dream run early in Luka Doncic's career.
And Simmons drops them both. And with the Mavs, a trip, Doris, to the conference finals puts them ahead of schedule, many people think.
Yes, Kevin, but I don't think you can let that momentum we built last year fade in any way. You've got to keep your foot on the gas pedal. We know how fragile success in the NBA is. You've got a top 5 player on your roster. You have to make sure you're taking advantage of opportunities.
Well, technical fouls have been an issue for Luka Doncic since he entered the league.
First of all, you love his passion, but I think we've seen real progress in this regard, and that's because you understand if you're Luka Doncic, you need to play high minutes for your team. And honestly, you hope for more of this from Nerlens Noel moving forward. This guy must develop his interior game.
Here's Doncic. Here's McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
He gets that one.
Boy, at his size, Luka Doncic against a quality contest, able to still finish it.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Here's Hardaway. After the basket by San Antonio. Shot clock at 5. Here's McGee. Wood trying to free himself up. McGee's shot is off. The Spurs have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
An emerging part of his game. Johnson's becoming a better playmaker.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Doncic outside. Pass to Hardaway. Launches it. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. And the rejection by Noel. And Simmons kicks to Noel. Fader on the way. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
That one goes on Wood.
I absolutely love to see Noel working on different aspects of his game. Loves fooling the defense with that up fake.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Morris is checked in for JaVale McGee. Mike Powell comes in for Christian Wood. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Green in for Luka Doncic. Whiteside's checked in for the Spurs. Doug McDermott comes in for Johnson. And so it's San Antonio with it, following the three-point basket by Dallas.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against Charlotte.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
The Spurs making a switch here.
Your favorite dance team, your D-Town Crew. Spurs foul. Soho. First personal foul. Second team foul.
On defense, San Antonio. 4-point game.
You can see the defensive versatility of Ben Simmons. This guy wreaks havoc. It doesn't matter who he's defending.
No good that time. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Here's Irving. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
Here's Simmons, and he uses the glass on the lane. Simmons got 12 points in the game.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Irving passes to Pop. Now, here's Bullock. Another three for Dallas.
Really heads-up play by Kyrie Irving. On time and on target pass. We've seen that before.
Here's Simmons. Good work defensively by Morris.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Outside Irving. Pass to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
And the points coming for them now, Greg in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
The Spurs have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Simmons kicks to Graham. Simmons inside. Powell's there. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, the pump fake gets that defender off his feet, and that's all Ben Simmons needs.
The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And Simmons drops them both. And the Mavericks with possession here. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But at that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
Oh, no doubt. Playing aggressively, forcing the action, that often works in your favor, and it did the last time around.
It's a tie game in Dallas. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
We've got Markieff Morris, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Wood. Then there's Doncic, and it's Green in at the 2 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. They haven't made the last 3 postseasons, and former Spur Robert Horry worries if they'll ever be relevant again, saying, I hate to say that. San Antonio is a small market. Guys just aren't going to go there. And And that's a dire prediction for such a storied and successful franchise, Kevin.
No kidding, David. All right, thank you. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
That is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Mavericks. Spurs also at the sub. Nerlens Noel checks in for Simmons.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
And evaluating defenders goes well beyond blocks and steals. So, Doris, when you're doing a game, what are some of the things that you look for and that teams are looking for?
Activity, attention to detail, deflections. Is the person switchable? Can they guard the elite wing scorers? In addition to size and length, do they have lateral quickness? So many things go into quality defense.
San Antonio making a switch here. Mavericks leading by 3. Outside Hardaway. The pass to McGee to the paint. On the left block. Shoots. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
There's Noel. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Dallas has gone 1 or 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Authoritative finish by Luka Doncic above the rim.
The feed to Noel. Stolen by McGee. Hardaway with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Shoots it up. And another basket for Dallas. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Greg, you have to love the impact that Tim Hardaway Jr. has had on the defensive end.
He's got a great wingspan to bother shooters and contain penetration. Always aware of where the ball is on the floor. You could call him an underrated defender.
And the rejection by Noel.
This is a staple of his game. Nerlens Noel sends it back.
Spurs trail by 7. Zohan, the pass to Jones. Noel against McGee. The Mavericks pull it in. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. That one good for 2.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Outside, Green. Back to Doncic. Out to the wing. Here's Wood. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game.
In the first half. 2 minutes.
They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Here's Zohan. By Hardaway. And slam dunk by Noel.
And that's an example of his athleticism, right? Nerlens Noel, the ability to leap up and ram it home.
Outside, Green. Back to Doncic. The 3. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 3 assists in the game. And now the first timeout called here for the Spurs.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Wood. Reggie Bullock comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Irving subbed in for Green.
And they continue to control the glass.
Inside, and the dunk by Powell.
You have got to commend Powell on his positioning. I tell you, he buries himself deep, and he's going to sky for that slam dunk.
Spurs trail by 8. Here's Simmons. Rebound by JaVale McGee. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And it's Bullock missing. Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Nuggets in Ball Arena. McDermott kicks to Simmons. It's rebounded by Dallas.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And it's in there.
Consistent nightly scoring in the league is hard, but Luka Doncic showing he has the frame, the game, and the stamina to do just that.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Mavericks leading by 8. And here is Doncic. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. Bullock kicks to Irving. Lets it go from deep. Good on the triple. Irving's got 8.
Kyrie Irving, such a consistent threat to score from anywhere on the floor. That time he goes to the three-point game.
It's good.
Ben Simmons.
6 seconds left here in the second. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Mavericks. That quarter-hit.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Jason Kidd. Jason, how do you feel about your team's performance?
I feel great. You know, we're sharing the ball, we're making the extra pass, but we're attacking the paint, and if we can continue to do that, it puts us in a good seat.
Jason, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 16 points and 1 assist. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
They're playing with speed, pushing the ball off turnovers and long rebounds, running every chance they get. Because we all know scoring on the break is so much easier than finding open shots in the half court.
Over to Kenny now. Your take on the Spurs.
They got hammered. I mean hammered on the board. That tells a lot about this game. The heart has not been there. The sacrifice hasn't been there. I mean, they just don't want it.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Mavericks leading by 9. On the court right now for the Spurs. Sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then it's Noel. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Sohan in at the fourth spot. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Assist goes to.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Hardaway against Johnson. Here's Irving. It's sent back down by Simmons.
Well, this is the kind of defense we are accustomed to seeing from Ben Simmons, just so good at sending it back.
Got it. Good job in the low post. Simmons got 22. And one more look at that fantastic Mobile One drop.
And that's the kind of bucket they needed. Close game in the second half. Great finish on that one.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range. And what blows me away about Doncic, the consistency across the board.
GA, for 3 straight years, he was selected to the first team All-NBA. And that's all before he turned 24 years of age. Do you have any idea how hard that is to do? What he has done is incredible.
Morris is checked in for Dallas. Spurs also with the sub. Collins checked in for Noel. Knocked away. Irving for 3. A shot, no good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
And he gets it to go.
just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Hardaway with a wide-open look. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight. Simmons with it. Hardaway picks him up. That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Simmons.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the Beard, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch, David. Thank you. Dallas making a switch here. Green's checked in. Irving against Simmons. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
To the middle, here's Wood, and finished off by Wood.
And there's a lot of power behind Woods' dunks. He's not going to get cheated when he takes it to the rim.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Simmons.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
To me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one. Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Outside, Green passes it to Hardaway. Now Irving, guarded by Simmons. Puts up a 3. No good from Irving.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And they double up Simmons. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Boy, Ben Simmons, one of the most highly scrutinized players in the NBA, but I don't think you can doubt any of his defensive abilities. Cross-positional and big-time asset on that end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Now he's jacked in for Markieff Morris, and it's Reggie Bullock in for Hardaway. The shot's good from Irving.
But just a spectacular display of ball handling from Kyrie, opening up the look there. Many believe he might have the best handle in the game.
Simmons inside, guarded by Green. Simmons' shot is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Irving passes to Bullock. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Powell. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
And then Simmons slams it in.
Simmons with a little flair and flash. Let him feel all of your basketball ability, Ben Simmons.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drop that happened a moment ago.
That's an incredible move by him on what's been an impressive night all around.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock for the lead. And the layup is good. Simmons got 41.
Staying strong through the contact. Ben Simmons doesn't back off.
Irving, it's deflected. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the San Antonio Spurs. He's playing defense with a huge chip on his shoulder. Blocks, steals, you name it. He's all over the place. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. At the guard positions, it's Doncic and Hardaway Jr. Christian Wood is out there with JaVale McGee, and it's Bullock in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for San Antonio.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Jones checked in for San Antonio.
Well, this is where Noel is going to be difficult to guard in the pick and roll. Huge target rolling to the rim.
Outside Hardaway. Doncic passes to Bullock. Pass to McGee. 6 to shoot. Over Noel. McGee's shot is off.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Vassell with it. McGee's there. And Noel throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And the Mavericks call time here.
To Dallas.
Start it.
Here they come, your defense crew.
Kyrie Irving is checked in for Reggie Bullock. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the Spurs. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen in on what Jason Kidd was talking about with his players. I told him this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
All right, David, thanks.
JaVale McGee.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Here's Simmons. Again, the Spurs, good for 2.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Here's Doncic. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
We know this about Luka. This guy dangerous from anywhere on the floor. Such an effective shooter.
Here's Simmons. And that one drops for him. Simmons got 45 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Irving passes to Wood. Oh, that's blocked. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. And Ben Simmons again. And it's an 8-point Spurs lead.
My goodness, defense was there, but Ben Simmons makes that finish look easy.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Irving can't get it to go. Spurs have gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Pass to Vassell. And Ben Simmons again. Simmons got 49 points in the game.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
The pass to Vassell. Back to Simmons. No good on that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now. In the corner, Hardaway with it. All sorts of time. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. 10 points for Tim Hardaway.
You can see the kind of confidence Hardaway has in his shot. This guy is so fluid in the catch-and-shoot situations.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're leading by 8. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And Simmons drops them both. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Irving. Brings it from 9 feet away.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Shoots. A putback. Rebounded by Hardaway. Mavericks trailed by 8. Irving with the ball. Makes the most of the high percentage shot.
Now, when the game is on the line, Kyrie is the guy you want taking the shot. He is a stone-cold finisher.
No good from Simmons. Dallas has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5.
What we know, guys, unequivocally, is when Kyrie Irving feels good about the team he's playing on and the situation he's in, he's one of the league's toughest players to deal with.
And Simmons gets the bucket.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're down by 7. 51 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Irving. The shot. Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
We all know that Irving wants to be the man to hit that shot. When he takes it, he usually finds a way to finish.
Basket good.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
At the line for 2.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking.
2 shots.
He's able to hit the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 6. 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Simmons. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And so they foul intentionally.
4th personal foul. 4th team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line for 2.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. And it's desperation time now.
Doesn't matter if it's a 2 or a 3. They need the quickest shot possible.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Collins has got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Now at the line for your Mavericks.
He makes the second free throw, and that brings them within 8. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that narrows the gap to 7. Here's Simmons. Connects again. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
And so it's San Antonio with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.